One of the biggest challenges in a tiny camper is finding space. Space for you, space for your stuff, and in our case, space for a guitar and a dog. Today I'm going to show you how we solved it, using nothing but the original cushions, some wood, and lots of trial and error. At first, the guitar would just live on the dinette bench. Then when we wanted to sit, it got moved to the bed, then back again. Once Buddy started coming with us, we had to turn the dinette into a bed every trip. It worked, but it wasn't exactly comfortable, and there was no good spot for the guitar. I started dreaming about making a real couch, something comfortable to sit on with a sloped back, and maybe a hidden spot for the guitar. I built two simple cabinets out of 1/2-inch plywood. One side is long enough to hide the guitar, the other gives me extra storage. I added angled sides to create a sloped back and a ledge on top to set a drink or plate. I didn't want hinges sticking up and tipping my coffee, so I used fabric to create a flat, flexible hinge for the lid. To install it, I first remove all the cushions. You can see two metal brackets at the back that I had to work around so that it would sit flat on the floor. Being made of 1/2-inch plywood, the pieces are light enough for me to handle by myself. I set the cabinet down and slide it into place. Next, I bring the other piece in and set it into place. Here you can get an idea of what it's going to work like. The seat cushions for the two sides go over the bottom of the cabinet and help to hold it in place. Next, I bring in the long board that will be the seat back. You can see when that's in place that it still leaves a gap between one of the cushions and the cabinet. But I always cover the bottom cushions with a blanket to protect it from the dog, and that blanket can be used to cover the gap. See, that looks pretty perfect. The lid tilts open and the back swings forward, but I used some rubber bands to hold the back to keep it from flopping out when we drive. And it turns out you only have to tilt the back out a little ways in order to get the guitar in. And the space underneath the bench will be used to store our shoes and the dog's food and water dishes. The rubber band may seem cheap, but it works surprisingly well. And we can still access the outlets underneath for charging our phones. And now I can sit on the couch and enjoy a cup of coffee and use the backrest as a place to set my cup.